Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Bark and Swagger on Pet Life Radio from Global Pet Expo in Orlando, Florida. Do you ever want to go camping with your dog? I'm not talking about camping in the woods. I'm talking about really stylish camping. Because if you do, Pipoli, a relatively new and very, very stylish brand, has the teepee for you. They are gorgeous, and we're here with Carla Schwab, who founded it and is also adorable French Bulldog Piggy and Polly's mommy, to talk about it. Hey, how are you, Carla?
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration for Pipoli and about the products that you're making.
Yes, everything started with an Instagram account that I made for my dogs, and where I was posting just pictures of them at my house or, activities that we do together. And I was always posting them in my house and then with products. And then one day I did a teepee for myself, post a picture on Instagram, and people love it. People started asking, where did you get the teepee? How can I buy one? And I thought that could be a great product to start selling it. So I did a sample with a real manufacturer, and after I approved, I just built a website and start selling them. So it's pretty cool, yeah.
Very cool. And, people may not know this, but Piggy and Polly are very, very popular on Instagram. Your account for them has over 300,000 followers, and that's no small feat. And the photography is beautiful. It's all very uniform, very sort of monochromatic photography. So you should check that out at Piggy and Polly. But there's other products that you make in addition to these adorable teepees. Tell us a little bit about the apparel.
Yeah, so after I created the teepee, I thought it could be good to actually add other products. So I created a clothing line as well, which follows the same style. It's very minimalistic and modern. And also blankets and other things that will complement the entire look. So your dogs will look cute and also your home will look cute with the products.
Perfect. Tell us where people can buy your things.
We have a website. It's www.pipoli.com. So all the products are available there, and we ship worldwide.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Carla. I love the things you do.
Thank you so much. It's very nice to talk to you.
You never know how two people have more in common than you would imagine and come together to create something great for pet lovers. I'm here today with Bobby Panther and Big Boy from Outcast, we all remember Outcast, who have collaborated on a collection or a line of shampoos, and I want to know more. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Big Boy. Hi.
Hello, how you doing?
We're doing good. So,
that's his new word.
Scrumptious?
Yeah.
Scrumptious is a really good word.
Our shampoo. I love
it's very visual. It's a good word.
It is.
You guys have more in common than one would imagine. You come from the entertainment world back in the day, and so do you. Second City, right?
Right.
We all know that.
Right.
And obviously Outcast, 6-time Grammy winner. And seven-time Grammy winner, excuse me.
And nominated 16 times, right? Wasn't it? I don't know. It's some crazy amount of...
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Okay, so you guys both came together because of your love of pets.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about, I know you have a story with your dog, which is poignant, and you have a real history with your love of dogs. Let's start with your dog and why you got into, pet shampoos and skin products, period.
Well, like you said, I was an actor and writer at the time, so I wasn't in this business, but my own dog, Bobo, had eye surgery. They saved partial vision in one eye, and she was blind in the other, but they used steroids on her, and it destroyed her skin and fur, and it changed her whole personality. I mean, when you're looking and feeling good, and so does your dog. So I was really upset because she was her personality changed. So I was using products on the market, shampoos, that said natural, and they said moisturizing, and they didn't work. She looked dry and dull and miserable, and I used 18 different products, and I was like, okay, something's wrong here. So I started mixing things in my kitchen like a nut, was reading Natural Healing for People and Pets and, going to Whole Foods, and I didn't know what I was doing. So I found a chemist, and I said, you know what, can we figure out what's wrong with these 18 products? And it took her about 3 minutes to call me back and ask me if I knew what sodium chloride was, which is table salt. And to make a very long story short, I worked for 2.5 years with her to make products like I would use on myself, removing all the salt, no sodium chloride, no sodium lauryl sulfate, and then using really high essential oils to solve problems.
That's huge because we know how many dogs have skin problems, right? Now, you come from a long, years and years in terms of loving pets and dogs in particular. Tell us a little bit about, you and your brother are in the dog business too.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So it started, my grandfather was a hunter, hunt deer, rabbit, quail, and he used to have German Shepherds and Pit Bulls. So as youngsters, we would take care of the dogs for him. And then we would subsequently pick up strays off the street, like dog might have the mange, and back then you would take and dip them in motor oil and watch the fur grow back, real story. And so when I came into a little bit of fortune, I partied with my brother and bought like 40-something acres and a nice-sized house and indoor-outdoor facility for the dogs. Pitfall Kennels 20 years ago, and then speed up to present day. My brother hooked up with Bobby with the shampoo, and he knew I was looking, for something different for my dogs. I got 2 Rottweilers that live in my house.
What are their names?
Fat and Chopper.
I love it.
They're my wife's dogs. So they would get groomed every Thursday, but they would only smell good until like Saturday. So my brother was swearing me up and down, this stuff lasts way longer than what your groomer uses. So I'm like, okay, cool. So Bobby came down. I invited her to Stank Oni in my studio in Atlanta, and we kind of talked and was like, you want to do this thing on a larger scale? And I was like, cool. So we partnered up, and here we are today.
It's a great story. And you tell everybody a little bit about the dogs that you breed and how the kind of love that you put into this process.
We breed English Bulldogs, French Bulldogs, and Bullies, and everything's hands-on. It's like family, my brothers and not myself, from delivering puppies to whelping and everything. I used to actually vaccinate the dogs and everything. I mean, I was in the whelping box with the dogs. I was slinging puppies, rubbing, getting milk out of lungs, all kind of stuff before I got so busy on the road. So now my little brothers do all that stuff.
That's why he's not here, actually. His little brother they're having puppies, and he canceled so he could be there, hands-on. I mean, he didn't hand it over to somebody else, and that really impressed me. I mean, that just solidifies my love for these guys, and, they're just committed.
That's why I wanted you to talk about that, too, because there are a lot of people who say, oh, breeders, it's all about adopting. Now, I've adopted dogs. I bought a dog from a breeder as well. Responsible breeding is as important as, being a responsible pet parent, period.
Right.
And there's a place for it, just like there's a place for adoption.
Thank you.
So I want people to understand that there are so many breeders, more breeders that really love their dogs like their kids than the terrible breeders, backyard breeders that give them a bad name.
Exactly. And what we do is always, with anything we do, is quality over quantity. And, your pet is an extension of your family. So people are real particular about what they want, you know what I'm saying? So we've sold dogs from Serena Williams, the tennis player, to Usher, and countless NFL, NBA players, and just a regular, average, everyday Joe,
Maurice White, Love, Earth, and Fire.
Yep. So some of everybody has gotten dogs from us, so, we stand by it.
Very, very cool. So
I'm glad, too, that you said that, because that's one of the things that interested me, too, because I got BB and CC at a really nice breeder in Minnesota, but, it's okay to do that. Sometimes people feel shamed because they haven't adopted. And like you're saying, I wanted to get the message out that there are responsible, good, loving breeders, and it's okay. You don't have to pretend or hide the fact. I mean, it's diversity. It's if you love your pet and you're treated wherever you get them,
Not everybody chooses to adopt, and that's okay. Just everybody should know that buying from a pet store is a very bad idea.
Oh, yeah,
that we don't do. You
don't buy a dog at the mall.
No.
You know what?
No.
Okay, guess what? I bought Bobo back in the day. She's gone now. but I
You didn't know back
I her
then.
at a pet store, and you know what?
You don't know what you're getting. You don't know really what you're getting when you do that.
Well, yeah, my dad, when I was a kid, bought us a West Highland White Terrier from a pet store, and the poor baby, had distemper. She had distemper when we bought her. We had to bring her back, and she probably died. And that's normally the kind of thing that happens with these puppy mill dogs. But I don't want to digress too much, because it's out of this love that you both really feel for your dogs and for dogs in general that this collaboration developed. Now, there are so many people who have dogs with problem skin. I do. I have a little Chihuahua that we just rescued who is itching like crazy. And I've tried a number of shampoos with him. Nothing seems to help. I know about the sodium lauryl sulfate, the table salts. I didn't, so thank you for sharing that with me. Talk with everyone a little bit about how your shampoos solve these kinds of problems.
Well, you just said it, salt. So when I was trying to help Bobo and I didn't know anything, and the chemist said table salt, I grew up going to Florida and going in the Gulf of Mexico and coming out with salt residue on my skin, and my hair was like cotton candy from the salt. And so it was like a light bulb that went off. The salt has got to be what's drying the dogs out and not allowing any of the essential oils to penetrate the skin. So originally I worked 2.5 years with a chemist, a vet, and a groomer to remove all the salt, to thicken with conditioning ingredients, but without that salt, all the oils that we use in our shampoos are allowed to go right into the skin and work to solve the problems that we've identified and want to solve. So,
and you have several different types of shampoos for different issues or different types of skin, hair, whatever.
Right, yes. Ones that, like your dog, help itching, hot spots. You know, we have soothing shampoo, moisturizing shampoo, puppy shampoo, which is designed with extra essential oils that are great for new skin and hair development.
Great.
So each one is specifically designed.
Perfect. And they smell great. And they last. Your dog smells great for the whole week, right?
Scrumptious.
There we go.
That's our new word.
And I love it too. Thank you both so much, and continued success with the brand.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a short break right now for a word from one of our sponsors, but don't go away. We have more great brands to meet, so refresh that beverage, get cozy. We'll be right back.
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your four-legged fashions today. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Bark and Swagger on Pet Life Radio from Global Pet Expo in Orlando, Florida. Come with me. Let's meet some more interesting, great brands. Some of you may remember a brand called Bark and Bag that I love and have done a lot on the blog and also on the radio show. I'm here at their booth at Global with David Fine, and there's a really kind of interesting story about something new that David and the brand are getting into that I wanted to share. So, hi, David.
Hi, how are you today?
Doing great, doing great. Tell us a little bit about this new avenue that Bark and Bag is going down, and in particular about this Italian gentleman, actor, who might be very interesting.
We are working on a co-branding program in Italy with Rossano Rubacchini. He is the main partner in Caro Holdings, which is a private jet, private island, private yacht destination company.
Nice if you can live that way.
Yeah, well, he lives that way, and his clients all have dogs. Okay. So he rolled that into a new venture called Caro Dog, where he is now offering dog products to this clientele base.
Very cool. And I see that one of the products that you're working with him on are these bags. Tell us a little bit about, that bag and about, are there any other products that you're doing with him in the bag space?
We're doing very casual bags with him, easy flowing bags that don't require a lot of work because his clientele does not want to do any work. They don't have to.
Have to go there. That's true, they don't have to.
Exactly. So we're doing a line of bags for him that are very simple, easy.
Clean lines.
Very clean. We are also working with Upcountry, doing the leashes and collars also for Caro Dog.
Another great brand.
And we're rolling it into other types of accessories that his clients have been asking for. One is a bag on wheels that does not have a top on it, because his clients in Saint-Tropez, as he keeps saying, pull their dogs all around, but they don't want to use strollers because they think strollers are crazy looking. So they want to use a bag on wheels that the dog can stick his head out of.
Okay.
Something that we're working on it. We've never done it before, but that's what they requested. So that's something that's in development with Caro Dog right now.
There's a customer for everything.
There is. He also is working with us on some pouch sling bags for the smaller dogs. So it's more resort, vacation, lifestyle type bags than our normal, very specific travel wear that we normally do.
Right. And you'll see pictures on the Bark and Swagger page. I mean, it's a really nice, it's not a denim, is it? What kind of fabric is that Caro bag?
That particular Caro bag is made out of 10 denier nylon, which is a really heavy-duty nylon, but it's very lightweight.
And it looks really, really clean and stylish. So check it out on the page. And Bark and Bag, don't forget them. They're awesome. Thank you, David.
Thank you. Have a great show.
Who wants to hear about a great new magazine for dog lovers? I'm here with Melissa Kaufman, group editor of Dogster, Catster, and a brand new magazine called Lucky Puppy that she's going to tell us about. Hey, Melissa.
Hi, how are you doing today, Jody?
Doing great. Really having so much fun here.
Oh, good.
Tell us about this magazine.
Well, Lucky Puppy is fun. Let me just say that. It's a wonderful, wonderful magazine. It's about kind of the mindful movement. And what I mean by that is that those of us, and that's us, who, really put thought in why we do things. So when we pick our foods, whether we're doing farm to table or natural or choosing products that are eco-friendly, or make the choice to rescue a cat or a dog. So it's really geared toward those people. And as the title is Lucky Puppy, or Lucky Kitty, it's really about, you rescue and you have the Lucky Puppy, Lucky Kitty, and you're doing all these things, even including top fashion, to make sure that your Lucky Puppy or Lucky Kitty is always lucky forevermore. And
you can be the best pet parent you can to them.
Yes, being the best pet parent, but just like they just have the best life ever. And so the magazine is split into 3 sections. The first one is about living well, and that's all kind of mind and health, but really about a lot of natural products and things and stuff like that, how to thrive, really talking about that whole thing. And then the second section is do good. So that's like pause for the cause and things that you can do to do good and to give back and stuff like that. And then the third part is all about being great. So that's all about transformation. Whether your Lucky Puppy or Kitty transformed you, or you transformed them, or transform your neighborhood, or a shelter, or just anything like that. So all about transformation and just being great. So yeah, Lucky Puppy is just wonderful. It's both inspirational and aspirational, and it's got that whole rescue vibe too. So
I think you're preaching to the converted with all of us. And I think rescue dogs, we help them, they help us, we change their lives, they change our lives. It's always, I think, a hand-in-hand thing, don't you?
Absolutely, every day. I mean, every day I have 2 rescue parrots and 2 rescue dogs, and every day they change my life, I change theirs. And honestly, I spend more money on them than me, and they just get the best of everything. And I do. I look on the back of food and the labels. I do read the labels. I do shop at local businesses. I do farm to table. I do look at superfoods, and my dogs when they get groomed, they get blueberry facials, which lighten and brighten, so just I look at the best for them and they get the best of everything, and I don't regret that for a second. They have given me so much, and I miss them. I wish they were here. But,
I know, I feel the same way. All the dogs that I meet
Yeah.
and the other animals I meet, I have to go say hi. It's like getting, a fix.
Yeah.
I have 3 rescue dogs. And to me, there's nothing better than seeing the way they came into our family and how they blossom with love.
Yeah, my one dog, Justice, and his name's Justice, he lived on the streets for about a time period, running with a pack of dogs, and then he ended up in foster care and actually being passed around from foster place to foster place because he's a Min Pin Vizsla mix, so he's a bit of a runner and was escape all the time. So it was very hard for them to place him, and I got him when he was 2. So he spent a lot of his formative years on the streets and in shelters, and every night, he just sits there and he puts his paws on my chest and he just looks up into my face, and I'm just like, I'm so grateful. And you could tell how grateful he is that he has a home, and that he gets fed. He doesn't have to worry about his next meal and his family, and he's loved. And, it's just every day he shows how much he appreciates me. And not that it's super easy because he's reactive. So we have to, come on, with his
We have one of those.
Yes. So I have to work with that all the time, and you have to do a lot of reading and do a lot of night walking and things like that, and training, and so it's not the easiest of paths, but it's something I would never ever regret and would never change.
I think it's really rewarding, and it's great that love and personal experience that you feel and you have for your rescue, you bring into this magazine. To me, that is stylish. And you look very stylish today, too, by the way.
Yeah, and speaking of stylish, with Lucky Puppy, it's very beautiful, big photos. So a lot of beautiful images. We also will be featuring every issue a great photographer that takes beautiful photos of rescue dogs and does that especially. There's a whole bunch of
that's wonderful. Seniors.
Yes, this was our senior issue, but there's wonderful pet specialist photographers who really have a gift, and then they're out there doing these wonderful series on rescue cats, rescue dogs. Our next one is Rescue Cats and Bow Ties. And yeah, so it's a very beautiful visual magazine.
So people can have fun looking at it as well as reading it.
Absolutely.
Lucky Puppy. Check it out. You'll be able to see the magazine and Melissa on the Bark and Swagger page of Pet Life Radio. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much.
We all know that breed-specific legislation is wrong and that the people who enforce it have no clue, specifically talking about pit bulls, what pit bulls are really like and what they were bred for, which were family dogs, for hundreds and hundreds of years. I'm here with Shorty Rossi of Animal Planet show Pit Boss, who is busting down stereotypes every day, and I just have so much respect. Hi, Shorty.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you for having me.
I am doing great. Thank you so much for doing this. Tell Bark and Swagger listeners a little bit more about Pit Boss.
Well, Pit Boss's main goal is to show the world what pit bull type dogs are really supposed to be, and not the public perception of what the media claims them to be. And for 6 seasons, we've been promoting the breed the best way we can and changing people's minds. And just like being here at the Global Pet Expo and having Hercules sit on a table is to show people, come pet the vicious pit bull.
Exactly. So vicious that he is the most mellow dog, literally sleeping, couldn't have a care in the world of what's going on around him, which is a lot of activity, very gentle.
Yeah, so our goal is to bring awareness, and thanks to Animal Planet having 2 shows about pit bulls and parolees and Pit Boss, of bringing the awareness and changing people's minds, and also helping with this change laws in certain cities across the country. We've still got a long way to go, like Denver and Miami-Dade County and so forth, to mention the bigger ones. But, sooner or later, maybe they'll go back to the view of pit bulls as they were in the 1930s, 40s, where they were America's dog.
Absolutely. Give listeners a little insight into what a typical Pit Boss show is like.
It's kind of crazy because we're running a talent management company for little people at the same time. We have anywhere from 4 to 6 dogs running around in the office, and it's the bring people that come in the office for entertainment work not realize there's 6 pit bulls running around playing with each other and don't even care what the humans are doing. Sometimes they'll greet the people coming in. Sometimes they're chasing each other around. So, and the goal is to change in people's minds in Southern California physically and in around the world for the TV show of what these dogs really are, not what we perceive them to be.
Absolutely. When can people see Pit Boss?
Right now we've been on hiatus because we took a break, but we're coming back soon with something a little bit different I can't say too much of.
Ooh, sounds intriguing. Well, we'll have to tune in and see. Thank you so much, Shorty.
Thank you for having me. You have a good day.
You too. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, Jody.
If you want to talk stylish, you have to talk to Lisa Vanderpump because she's got the corner on style when it comes to pets, but she's doing more than that too. And we're going to talk to her about it all. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Well, thank you for talking to me because I think, anybody that's watched me on reality television knows that I'm truly passionate about dogs. Well, I have 8 of them. And, I've been a judge at the Hero Dog Awards for a few years. And now we're trying to stop Yulin, which I actually just managed to put on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They actually filmed the march, which they don't normally do, take a political stance, but they felt that this was my passion, so we managed to give that some airtime, draw attention to it.
It's amazing, and who doesn't love dogs? I mean, it's different than, giving political airtime. Everybody loves dogs, and everybody is aware of what they're doing there.
Well, I don't think everybody was aware of what they were doing. That was my point, really, because I hadn't heard of it till a few months ago. And I saw these pictures. I saw these pictures of dogs piled up in cages, alive, with no food or water. They break their limbs to get them into the cages, and then they torture them. I've got pictures that are so graphic. I mean, my website really does come with a warning, but I do feel that if we turn away, then we're condoning it. So, you look at these pictures. I have a golden retriever strung up by his neck while his limbs have been severed and they're cooked in front of him, and they believe that the torture stimulates the adrenaline which tenderizes the meat. It is the most heinous, barbaric, disgusting event every year, and they call it a festival. So I've had so many tears over this, and listen, I'm well aware in America we're probably euthanizing 10,000 dogs. I'm not advocating that we bring all these dogs back to America, not in any shape or form. We've got so many dogs here. I'm also advocate that if you can rescue, I've just rescued Harrison, one of mine, who was at the pound, which is
Prince Harry
from the pound to the palace. He was dumped the day after Christmas. I got him in January, and I couldn't be happier, and he couldn't be happier.
He's a cutie pie. You'll see a picture of him on the Bark and Swagger page.
Is, yeah. But, these dogs, it's not about... I understand different cultures. I understand that people might be, eating different species of animals in different countries. This is about the torture. There's nothing humane about it whatsoever. They skin them alive, boil them alive, and it's almost a sadistic ritual that they indulge in, and they almost seem to enjoy. I've got people handcuffing dogs behind their backs, stringing them up by their necks, pegging them like a pair of, trousers on a clothesline.
Yeah.
And
it's awful, awful, awful.
It's
and
so bad.
It needs to be stopped.
Yes.
Tell people how they can get involved, and then let's talk fashion. But tell people how they can get involved to have their voices heard, added to the conversation, and to do some good.
Well, I think if you go to stopyoulinforever.org, but if you also, write to Governor Jerry Brown, we're trying to take it, I do have...
In California.
Yeah. I have, I was voted Woman of the Year by State Assembly, so I do have a few contacts there, and we're working our way in there, to try and draw attention to it. I've spoken at the United Nations about things before. So, I'm hopefully trying to take it political to get people, the government, to stand up and notice. This is abhorrent and it's disgusting, and I'll do everything I can to stop it. But on a lighter note, I'm here at the Global
I have one more question about it. How did you become aware of this?
Because of social media, and that's the plus side of social media. And social media can also be brutal, and I've seen certain aspects of that being on a reality show. But I have 1 million followers, and my reach is so big, so that I can retweet things, and then news agencies picked it up. They followed our march. I've done lots of interviews about it, and I feel that I want it on my epitaph that I was instrumental in stopping it.
I love that, and it's the next level of your evolution as a human being, too, to use this platform for something like this. So
I
more
think
power
so.
to you.
I think, to be philanthropic in any shape or form, whatever you do, I don't like asking people for money because you never know their situation. But I do like asking people for their attention and their time. And it's like Villa Blanca, one of my restaurants in Beverly Hills. We've helped feed the homeless every Monday for 7 years. And it's not about doing a lot because we're busy and we've got demands, but it's about doing a little bit. And if we all do a little bit, we really collectively can make a difference.
It's a big footprint.
Yeah.
So now let's talk style.
Well,
yes, because I love my bling, and you got it in spades. So
yes. I mean, as Beverly Hills blinged out, kind of, I've got the collars. Vanderpump Pets has been a labor of love. And it's a natural progression for me. I met somebody that was equally passionate about it, so we created the line together. And, also some of the funding will go, back to stopping Yulin. Because we produce PSAs and T-shirts and banners and websites and put a lot of effort, and I think a lot of people are behind us on that. I've financed that myself so far. But now with Vanderpump Pets, yes, we are trying to make gorgeous, beautiful, affordable things. That's been a challenge. But things like this pink crystal bowl, which is just lovely, which we really thought about it, and it has a little dish that comes out. Things like that.
Very regal, and you'll be able to see this on the Bark and Swagger page of the Pet Life Radio
little
site.
Collars, and we're starting with clothes, and I think...
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we are. I mean, Jiggy wears clothes, but because he has to, because he has alopecia.
And so does Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison has alopecia too, yeah. So,
when's the clothing going to be available to the public?
It started now, so yeah.
Where can people find that?
Well, you go to Vanderpump Pets, but it's going to be in stores soon.
Okay, wonderful. So they can buy on Vanderpump Pets as well?
Yeah, but I'm not the expert on this. I'm the one that's kind of... John, my partner, knows all about which shops are taking it and where you can buy it, because there'll be a list on our website pretty soon.
Tell us a little bit about the apparel. What are some of the pieces that you've created?
Well, all the things that we love, blinged out collars and leads and the carriers. I think our carriers are really lovely. The fact that they're very lightweight and they're stylish and they look very kind of, classic. So that's been a consideration. Yeah, I think aesthetics are important. You want to get something gorgeous for your pet, and I think we look at our pets like they're children. So
we all do, and if you can't afford, and many of us can't afford hundreds and hundreds of dollars for something, we still want it to look like it might have cost that, and it looked really good.
So
right?
that's been the challenge, really. But I think some of these are absolutely gorgeous.
They are gorgeous. We're going to take pictures. You'll be able to see it. Where can we see you next? On TV, right?
Well, I think I've done nearly 50 episodes of reality television, so I'm still on Housewives. Vanderpump Rules is still on air, so yeah.
You have survived. I mean, I've watched many seasons of Beverly Hills.
Well, if you saw my tagline this year was, I'm crazy about dogs. I'm passionate about dogs, just not crazy about bitches, which I insisted on. So I think that really says it all.
It certainly does. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you so much, Joni. Thank you.
We're going to take a short break right now for a word from one of our sponsors. But don't go away. We have more great brands to meet. We'll be right back.
Looking for the best advice on pet health, safety, and travel? Connect with the Pet Lady. Dana Humphrey, also known as the Pet Lady, will surely be in a city near you real soon. She will be spreading the good news for pets and pet lovers, from tips on dog and cat care, pet industry trends, and the best events for you and your four-legged family members. Need a great gift idea or insights on the hottest pet gadgets? Simply follow the Pet Lady on Twitter at Pet Lady World. You can also learn more at The Pet Lady at thepetlady.net.
Begging to hear more of your favorite show? Full episodes of all our shows are available on demand. Go to PetLifeRadio.com to fetch our entire lineup of Possum Pet podcasts. Also, dig us up in iHeartRadio Talk and iTunes. Let's talk pets. Live and on demand, only from Pet Life Radio.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back. For those of us who have little ones or senior pets who have trouble walking or walking long distances, it's always good to have a great stroller or buggy. And here at Global Pet Expo, there's one that I love. It's called Air Buggy for Dog, and it's out of Tokyo. And we're here with Seiko Jackson to tell us all about it. Hi, Seiko.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us about the Air Buggy. What makes it special?
Yes, Air Buggy for Dog is, first of all, we started for a business for 15 years ago in Tokyo, Japan. And we started for a baby stroller company. And we started for a dog business is 5 years ago. And why we started for a pet right now? Because most of all important to walk human and dog. Of course, we walk is very important, but
togetherness.
Yes. But lately, doghood is really nice lately. So dog's life is a little bit longer, and also people want to stay with pet fair baby with keep longer. Any is more one day, So we thinking for starting for a pet business is how long and we can be together till end, So we have so many kind for a pet stroller, but this year's most of all is more focus is getting older dog and also injury dog, but still going to the outside and enjoy together. Yes.
Absolutely. Now, and that's really important, and you'll see pictures of the buggy for senior dogs, even dogs up to 100 pounds, which is wonderful to know. And they're bright colored and beautiful, but also for the little ones who don't necessarily have to have any, arthritis or other injuries. These are beautiful, very sturdily made buggies that have the pod, the carriage part lifts off of the bottom, and you can take it whether you're in the airport and you want to have like a little safe place for your doggy to go lie in and sleep, or you're in the park and you want a place for the dog to be able to, sort of come as a home base back to. It's beautiful and it's functional. Tell us a little bit, Seiko, about some of the parts that you use that are different from other strollers.
Yes, of course. Those one is to spoil two babies.
We all have spoiled babies.
Spoiled babies, yes. So, of course, a lot of still people think dog walk outside themselves. Yes, but the time is so changed, So it's summertime. Example, summertime it's very hot. Cannot walk for concrete. So till park or till playground, we carry to the babies. So this is for. I know some people say, don't need it for dog, But this is for to spoil exactly the same baby, So this is like we wanted to know. I say showing to my baby. Yes.
How much you love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also I know I have 2 Chihuahuas, and the little boy, Albie, he's 7, and he loves to take walks, but after a while he gets tired. So I end up carrying him home. So in situations like this, it's great to have a safe, stylish place where you can put your dog. And the colors are great too. They have some new spring pastels. They've got a beautiful peach. They have a beautiful aquamarine and a sort of a rosy pink. And then they have these wonderful florals because your factory, you sell out of Honolulu as well.
Yes.
What's Hawaii, yes. And so in honor of that, you have these beautiful florals that are traditional Hawaiian pattern. What is that called?
This is for monstera leaf. This is for traditional Hawaiian leaf. Mm-hmm. So monstera leaf is everybody like Hawaii equal hibiscus and monstera leaf or as any Hawaiian flower. So this is for, first of all, we started for limited edition in Hawaii store. But this spring, we open to all country people, yes.
Because it's lovely and florals are big again for spring and have been for a couple of years. So you'll see pictures again. Air Buggy is a product that I love, and it's a very well-made product, and it's a very stylish product. Thank you so much, Seiko.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Having a great brush is not a luxury. It's a necessity. I don't care if you're a human or a dog. And I passed by this booth, and first of all, the beauty of these brushes is what stopped me initially. It's called Bass brushes, but what I learned about them after not only intrigued me, but impressed me. And we're here today with Joel Weinstein from the brand, and he's going to tell us a little bit more. Hey, Joel.
Good morning, Jody. How are you today?
Doing great. Tell us about Bass brushes in general.
Sure. Well, first, thanks for coming by. And Bass, for almost 40 years, we've been a leading designer and innovator of professional brushes on the people side. So it was really just a matter of translating that level of expertise and refined aesthetic over to the pet side. And the result has been a phenomenal line of professional grooming brushes.
Awesome. And I know the founders of the company were hairstylists too, right?
Sure. It's a family business, and that's an important fact to note as well. And we're all professional hairstylists.
Very cool. Now, there's a brush in particular that you told me about that I thought was really cool and very different, and you guys have the patent on it. Tell us about that brush.
Correct. We were awarded several U.S. patents last year. Well, it's really interesting because you typically don't associate a brush with new technology, but in this case, when we originally came up with the design, the engineers told us it couldn't be done with current manufacturing techniques. Now, since we knew it would deliver superior results, we actually developed new tooling to create what we call the Bass Fusion Groomer, and it's really the most advanced design for creating a beautiful, shiny coat, and I can briefly explain how it works.
Yeah, tell us.
Great. So when it comes to conditioning brushes, we're really talking about natural boar bristles. It's the boar bristles that capture and distribute the natural oils that give such a radiant shine. The problem is boar bristles by themselves are not rigid enough on their own to penetrate medium to long hair coats. They catch just the top layer of fur. So you need to use a detangling brush first. That's why often you see in pet stores a double-sided brush. One side has boar bristles for polishing, and the other side has metal alloy or some other type of rigid pin.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Perfect. Well, Bass is the first brush designer to combine an alloy pin with natural boar bristles in separate sections but on the same brush pad. So it's combining the functional uses of both types of brushes into an extremely useful and effective product.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. I know with our dogs, we use a pin brush, and yes, it's great for getting out the tangles, right. But I didn't think about that it's not really stimulating the skin,
correct,
which needs to happen. So this seems like a wonderful, very easy solution because we love to have things all in one. Who has time for, going over 3 different brushes to brush your dog?
That's a great way to say it. It really provides a triple combing action. It's like combining several different types of brushes into one product, so it's a lot easier for you.
Wonderful. You're going to be able to see pictures of this product, the Fusion brush, on the Bark and Swagger page of the Pet Life Radio site, and I'm going to have to try it. Thank you so much, Joel.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too. Picture walking through the English or French countryside with your dog. You're not really going to be wearing some frilly frou-frou. I mean, you could, but wouldn't it be better to be wearing some country-inspired fashion that just rocks? I came across JLA Pets, and they're doing just that, and they're doing it really well. It's their country chic look, and I'm here talking with Kirsten Reed, and she's going to tell us more about it.
Great. Thank you very much. Yeah, so what we do is trend-inspired lifestyle living, and we have created a collection of country chic, which incorporates a lot of classic styles from elbow patch design jackets, herringbone designs, matching back to plaid-inspired designs, and chunky cable knits, and faux leathers, and just really rich, warm, fall, wonderful fabrics. From that trend in apparel, we then pulled those inspirations into our bedding line. So we have really luxurious, full, overstuffed, tufted beds, wide-walled cuddlers, and then also oval couch nappers.
Wonderful. And they are beautiful. I love that you're, doing sweater dresses, adding like a feminine touch to the sweaters in a great sort of Argyle-like pattern. And I just love the whole look. This is a trend alert, folks. Absolute trend alert. We know that the chunky cable knits are in, but this whole country-inspired look, when done well, it's timeless. Right, Kirsten?
Right, absolutely. So again, we really pulled from what's trending in the human marketplace and then really pulled that into trends that would translate well for your pet so they're perfectly outfitted and can sleep nice and cozy as well.
If you want to see more of what JLA Pets does, they have a website. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. So the website's called designerliving.com, and those products will be available for everybody to purchase from. So we're really excited about that. All of the products that we're talking about today are for fall 2016, and so you can go check out our website and take a look at the products for yourself.
And you're getting a jump on fall 2016. Plus, another bonus on the website. There's not only dog stuff, but there's human home decor to match. So you can have a lot of fun there. Thank you so much, Kirsten.
Great. Thank you so much.
How many of you have shoulders that are aching, backs that are breaking when you carry your dog around in its carry bag? I know that's happened to me with my bigger dogs, and I'm sure it's happened to many of you. I'm here with Jeannie Chin from JCLA. She's one of my favorite people, and I love this brand. I have her Rescue Me bag that 3 years later I still get stopped about. And she has a brand new bag that can solve your problem, and it's great. Hey, Jeannie.
Hey, thank you for coming by. We're at the Global Pet Expo. So our newest bag is the Featherweight Smuggler. And it's something that when we do consumer shows, every customer wants a bag that weighs a pound or a hair over a pound. They want to smuggle their dog. They don't always want everybody to know that they have a dog in their bag. So this is our solution, and it's become our best-selling bag in no time. It came out just before Christmas last year, and it's a pliable bag. It's basically made of mesh, very strongly reinforced mesh on the inside, and then a chevron straw on the outside. So the bag has a lot of air holes. You don't need that telltale mesh going across the top and the sides so everybody knows you have a dog. It looks like a regular bag. And when you want people to know that you have your puppy in there, you just unzip the little holes on the side and pop the head out. The chin pillow still comes out. We still have the washable lining with the micro mink cushion, egg crate foam. But there's no heavy hardware. There's no thick support board. It's a very soft, pliable, slouchy bag that you can feel your dog against your body. And the dog can see out even when the bag is completely zipped up. So it's like a one-way glass feature. They can see out. No one can see in. I've put my 8-pound dog and my 4-pound dog in here at the same time. Some people, I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that gets heavy. When I had them in other bags, I'd be like, oh, it just was too much. But this is it's like air. So great summer bag, too. Everyone's looking for something for summer that's not too warm, not too hot. And so this one is the solution.
It is very cute. And you've got that cute little chain feature as well on the front. You'll be able to see this bag on the Bark and Swagger page so you can see what we're talking about. You got the faux sort of croc or lizard shoulder straps. And you still have that zip across the top, so your dog is secure inside if that's what you want, but there's no mesh on that top anymore because you don't need it. The entire bag breathes. I love the chevron straw outer feature. It is very summery, but it's in a really, really lovely sort of mocha color, so it can take you through fall, winter, wherever and whatever. Very cute. Jeannie, tell us what else you have going on here, and then we'll tell everybody where they can buy.
Okay. Well, this bag also has the non-slip rubber under the straps like they all do. And that chain in the front, you can hang your own charms, make it your own.
I love that. Very cool.
And then we also had a lot of short-haired female dogs that people thought were male dogs that couldn't wear bows, that didn't like bows. And so we are starting to make collar flowers now for little dogs. You can take the Velcro, attach it to their harness or their collar. They're really cute. They have little pearls and rhinestones in the center. And then we have some nice, fabulous, feathery, boa-type collar flowers for the bigger dogs. So that's new.
And what are these glitter top hats with feathers and stones?
Those are very popular. They're just something that people love. It just adds a little drama, and they're clip-on hair accessories for dogs.
They are super cute. They're super cute. We'll have pictures of those too. I love the colors you chose for the collar bows too. They're really, really lovely. The peaches and the pinks and lilacs and violets. Really, really nice. Very nice. Jeannie, it's always a pleasure. Tell people where they can buy all of this.
Thank you. Thank you for coming by. It's jclaboutique.com.
Fantastic. You guys got to check it out. And don't forget to look at her Rescue Me bag because it is also really special. Thanks, Jeannie.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry to say we're out of time. I've had so much fun at Global Pet Expo this year. I hope you've had fun with me and got introduced to some products that you really feel you could use that solve problems for you, that are fun, and of course, stylish. So don't be a stranger. Come back. Hear more shows. Visit me on barkandswagger.com for great stories on style, travel, fashion, home decor, and rescue. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Mark Winter, our producer, who makes us sound so good. Thank you, everybody. Until next time, when fierce fashion calls, bark and swagger.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.